Welcome to Intelligent CX Cube, a new video series that explores the forefront of innovation across intelligent CX from SAP. My name is Kati, and today I am thrilled to talk to Shashank, the visionary leader of SAP CX AI Toolkit for sales and service. Shashank, we are really excited to have you join us on this remarkable journey.
Hi, Kati. Thanks for having me.
Before we embark on an exciting product demo, I would love to start by asking you 3 brief questions. To begin with, could you shed some light on the motivations that led us to our investment in the SAP CX AI Toolkit? Moreover, what remarkable benefits can our customers anticipate from the solution in the area of sales and service?
The inspiration for the CX AI Toolkit comes from harnessing the power of Gen AI and combining it with SAP's CX products to create efficiencies for sales and service teams.
That's absolutely incredible. I can imagine the immense excitement among the audience at this moment. Could you kindly provide us with some concrete use cases where generative AI has already been successfully employed as part of the CX AI Toolkit, as well as any upcoming scenarios that we can look forward to on this journey ahead?
Our customers have seen some amazing benefits. For the sales side, we bring in data from your Microsoft suite of information. So that includes your email, Microsoft Teams call transcripts, OneDrive and shared OneDrive folders, and your Sales Cloud data, so all your CRM data, opportunity data. And we bring that in an overlay from a Chrome extension so that your sales agents have all of the information on their customer and past interaction data from the customer to answer any questions. One way that we've seen this being used is in answering RFPs. So, sales folks get a lot of RFPs that are pretty repeated and it's unstructured data in a question format. If those questions have been answered before using our intelligent Q&A feature, you can automatically get the answers to those questions on your email as an overlay, and then reuse those answers and include things like order data to get back to your customers as quickly as possible. On the service side, we focused on boosting CSAT scores and reducing time to resolve. We do this by a feature called Customer 360, which is designed to give the service agent all the information that they need about the customer that they're speaking to right on the ticket. So again, using our Chrome extension overlay, your service agents will be able to see all of the organization's information about a customer by bringing in data from CDP and Service Cloud, looking at the data directly on the ticket to do things like show you past purchasing history, segment information, loyalty information, and include past order history, and then any other relevant data that comes from Service Cloud, so that service agents have all of the information they need to respond to your customers with a high quality of customer experience.
Absolutely, Shashank. I have a final question that holds immense potential. How can customers harness the power of these revolutionary generative AI solutions to unlock their true value? Can they effortlessly activate and utilize CX AI Toolkit in conjunction with their existing Sales Cloud and Service Cloud solutions? What are the technical prerequisites and how much effort would it cost customers to implement it?
Yeah, central focus while building the CX AI Toolkit for the team was to make Gen AI as easy to use, and we've done that by integrating into all of the places where you currently work. And then we also wanted to make it safe and secure. So we do this by doing 2 things. The first is removing any PII data before we send it to the LLM, so you can be sure that your data is not being sent to the LLM. And secondly, we ensure that the LLM does not train on any data that it is sent. So we make it safe and easy to use, and all customers need in order to start using the CX Toolkit is an existing license to one of the core CX products. So that's Commerce Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, or CDP. And as long as there's one of those existing licenses, you can start using the CX AI Toolkit and get all the benefits of Gen AI in your business today. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to this deep dive of the CX AI Toolkit with a focus on the sales and service personas. We're going to start by going over the CX AI Toolkit homepage, and then we'll go over the AI tools for sales. We'll go into Outlook and see the contextual Chrome extension that is an overlay on top of your Outlook, bringing AI features and SAP data right to your inbox. And then we'll go back into the AI tools to go over the service persona. And then finally, we'll take a look at the AI tool builder to see how your teams can harness the full power of AI with SAP data. So to begin with, on the top here we have our intelligent search. So we can search across all of the existing CX data here with intelligent connections into Sales and Service Cloud. We can also look through your OneDrive documents and shared OneDrive folders. And we can also pull answers from your meeting transcripts and emails. So this is an extremely powerful single source of search that allows you to break down the data silos that might exist. So all you have to do is go right in here, say, what are features of Kixo software, hit enter, and what we're doing here is pulling the information from the sources I mentioned before, safely and securely sending that data to an LLM to use generative AI to create a concise and readable answer. And as we see here, there's a really wonderful breakdown of what Kixo software is based on these sources. And we understand that generating trust in AI is exceptionally important. And so in order to do that, and in order to help you feel that you are sure of where this data is coming from, we transparently show the sources here. And you can click into these documents and make sure that this AI is not hallucinating and pulling data from the sources that you're looking for. And so that's our really powerful search. Moving back to the home screen here, on the left we see the AI tools, which we'll touch on more in a minute. But the AI tools are prepackaged prompts that are reusable. And what we've done here is really focus on those repeatable tasks where Gen AI can really add a lot of efficiency. On the right, we have smart actions, which are displayed in smart action cards that we'll see when we're in Outlook. And we'll go over it more there, but this is just more of your most recent data that you would need to triage pretty quickly, your incoming emails mostly, with summaries and action items from there. So moving into the AI tools, let's focus on this from a sales persona. So some pretty repeatable tasks that a salesperson might encounter are packaged into these prompts so that your team doesn't need to figure out how do they use AI. That's already been done and productized so that your team can immediately hit the ground running and start to receive a lot of value from using our software. So the first thing we're going to go into is generating a prospecting email. And there's a number of fields here, but it's really designed, again, based on what we've seen sales leaders put into their emails. And everything, again, is integrated into your SAP ecosystem. So this first field here, the contact, we'll put in Joe Wills, hit this icon. And what we're seeing here is a record coming from Sales Cloud. So this contact has all of the regular contact info that exists on a contact record in your Sales Cloud. So that will be brought into the response that we generate. So here we'll talk about the product, Pixel platform, and then we'll enter the talking points, high quality images and quick sharing capabilities. Enter your call to action. So as you typically would, trying to get a call or a meeting, we're going to say, are you available for a call next Tuesday at 2 p.m. And here's where we start to get into some of the really interesting parts of Gen AI. We can tell the tool what kind of tone we want this email to have: confident, direct, witty, casual, empathetic. For this one, we're going to use professional, as we're not in a service scenario where we might want to use empathetic. And then we understand here that different use cases require different lengths of different amounts of comprehensive detail. As this is a prospecting email, we're going to keep it short because we know that our prospect probably doesn't have too much time to read this email. So we hit generate, and as you can see, it's super fast. It pulls in the information that we're looking for. This is coming exactly from Sales Cloud, and this is based on the data that we provided in that form. You can quickly copy it and paste, and you're off and running. So the second prompt that I want to highlight is generate an account summary. So here we'll pull in Cbont Industries. Once again, using this search, this data is coming from Sales and Service Cloud. And what we see here is the ability to pick an opportunity that we want to drill down on. We're not interested at the moment in cases, and we want to make sure that this is a medium length so we get a good idea of where this account is and what's happening in the opportunity. This prompt was designed for internal leadership updates. It's a really nice way to align your team on what's going on. We see details about what's in the opportunity, details about the account, and the idea here again is that leadership can look at this email and quickly get an understanding of what's going on. Previously, this would have taken quite a bit of time, as you might have needed to go to different systems to get this information, maybe even talking to different stakeholders to get a sense of where the latest updates and latest progress might sit, and then collate it all into an email, review that email, and then send that out. But as you can see here, we've done it in under a minute. Again, you can copy it and paste it and be on your way. And then the last one that I'd like to highlight is write a follow-up email from a meeting. So we're going to quickly go and check what meetings we've had in the past using this meeting tab for the past 60 days, reserved for Kixo pricing software, team meeting, Kixo competitor analysis. We can see here that there's an email summary, so this is a good email to use. We'll copy this email, we'll go back into our AI tools and find the follow-up from an email. We enter in the contact email, it automatically pulls the meeting, and we use the call to action to say, would you be available for a call to discuss how Kixo is better than the rest? We'll keep it professional and short once again. And what we'll see here is it pulled data from the meeting transcript that was recorded, kept it short, and provided us with the call to action here. So we can quickly take that and move on. So no longer needing to look back at your notes and figure out what happened in that meeting, pulling the important and correct details, and then creating the email from there. That's all automatically done for you. Now we're going to switch to our Outlook, and we'll take it from there. Okay, perfect. So we're now in our Outlook, and as we can see here, there's a little diamond icon, and this is the AI Toolkit contextual Chrome extension. So you can download this from the Chrome store with a link that we give you. There's a global Chrome extension which sits within the toolbar and is available to provide the features that we've just gone over in the CX AI Toolkit. And this one is the contextual overlay that we have on top of Outlook. And it's contextual in the sense that it knows what email you're looking at, and it knows the contents of this email. So if we open this up, we'll see the Smart Action card that would have been on the right side of the home page if this was a more recent email. And there's a couple different things here. There's three main sections. There's the top section, which is your contact, quick details. When we click into it, we'll look at the Customer 360. There's the second section, which is about the email. It's a link to the email and a quick summary of the email. And then on the bottom here, we have our smart actions that are detected. So starting from the top, if we click into this, we get into the Customer 360 feature. And this feature is about bringing all of your organization's data into each touch point with the customer to make sure that AI is helping you provide that personalized level of experience that can really set your service apart. So this data is coming from our SAP CDP account, but this can be configured to other CDP systems or any other system that you have your data in. It quickly summarizes data from the customer account, but you can view details and segments here as well. See their high spender, loyalty status, we surface loyalty status here, and at the top here you can see the high-level account details that might be interesting to you. So that's the Customer 360. We are really excited about how it's going to help keep things very quick and personalized. And then this is the email, we touched on that. So moving down to the smart actions, as we can see, this is an email, which is an RFP. So we've seen these questions before, and what we're able to do using GenAI is understand when a question has been asked and answered before. And we can also pull data from the sources that I mentioned in the search. So shared OneDrive, previous emails, meeting transcripts, Sales and Service Cloud, and generate answers automatically for you. So you don't have to go search in your previous emails, and you don't have to ask anyone that has answered this question before. All we have to do is click action and then view answer. And as you can see, it's loading the answer to this question, and there it is. So we quickly see thorough and really nice answer. It's got pricing and everything, and here at the bottom we can see the sources where the data was pulled from. So super fast, super reliable, and accurate data that you can use to drive a lot of efficiency. And then on the bottom here, we've also identified that the customer's asking about an order, and we can pull the status of that order automatically. So we can tell you all of these details, again, from your SAP system, so that you don't have to open multiple tabs, ask colleagues, and things like that. So it really breaks down those data silos and generates those efficiencies for you. And that was our overview as a sales persona. So we'll now switch back into the Toolkit main homepage, again, starting with the AI tools, and we'll quickly touch on some of the service AI tools that are really cool. So the first one we're going to go over is a case overview. Pretty straightforward, just goes over what happened in a case. So let's see if we can do Joe Wells here. So these are the cases by the contact, Joe Wills. Let's click this washing machine issues one, enter the background. We're writing this case overview. In this scenario, let's assume we're writing this case overview for our internal leadership alignment. So we want to, maybe this came through an escalation. So we'll say customer escalated to account team and is requesting an update. Bit of a B2B scenario, but I think it's pretty easy to see how this might work in a B2C scenario as well. Enter next steps, support team, leadership to offer a call. We're going to keep this professional for now and medium so that we can get some details on the case. Now, this is something that would take quite a bit of time based on the history of a case to go through everything that the customer and company have said, and to understand, you know, the sentiment of the customer and things like that. And here we can see that, again, in under a minute, we've received all of this information from Service Cloud and brought it right in here, so that we can determine what to do next, and we can copy this overview, send it out, and we're good to go. The second one I'd like to go over is the customer service response. So we'll again search for Joe Wills here, contact, and go to the washing machine issues. In this scenario, you can imagine that after we sent out the case overview, we now want to offer the call and, you know, say we're sorry. So information to include, we've looked into this and would like to find out some additional details. We're going to suggest a call. We're going to keep this one empathetic because we want to let the customer know that we understand what they're going through and that we're here to support them. And there you go. Let's try maybe a longer response. Great. So here we have a really wonderful and empathetic email that goes over what we're looking to understand from the customer and our next steps and things like that. And as you can tell, that was pretty quick. And then the last one I'd like to go over is creating a knowledge base article. So here we'll look at the same case. Washing machine issues, additional information. We'll skip this one for now. And we'll say generate. This prompt uses the KCS method to generate high quality knowledge base articles. And as you can see, it's super fast. We can read through the entire case history from Service Cloud and quickly understand what the issue was, what the resolution was, and what the cause was here of the issue. So this can be copied and added to your knowledge base, and that's the case lifecycle. As you can tell, it's very, very quick. So that's the details of our AI tools within our sales and service personas. Something I'd like to go over here is the AI tools builder. We're super excited about this one because what this does is allow you to create your own AI tools. This sits within the admin's capabilities, and what they can do is create reusable prompts for their teams to use. Your business folks don't need to understand how to do prompt engineering because you can create these prompts for them and bring in the data from Sales and Service Cloud, as you can see here. So let's bring in data from sales. V2 default prompt, we'll say celebrate a win or a new deal signed. hit the virtual dock. Celebrate this victory by summarizing what happened on the opportunity and highlight the sales executive that was handling it. We're going to keep this happy. Description celebrates victories. Young. Cool. So now once we hit save, in the playground, hit generate. And there you go. So we can get into some specifics around, what kind of data that you need to bring in and help you configure exactly what you're looking to do here. But this is just a quick example of how you can create these. And if we hit activate, that's when it'll show for your users. So that's the custom AI tool builder. I hope it was cool to see how this works and how easy it is for you to create them on your own. And this goes over and concludes the sales and service personas of this deep dive for the CX AI Toolkit. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the world of SAP Intelligent CX. Our comprehensive suite of applications seamlessly integrates front-end and back-end systems, providing a unified and streamlined approach to managing customer interactions. We incorporate artificial intelligence that allows your team to work smarter and faster, and our industry-tailored use cases and partner ecosystem empowers organizations to deliver extraordinary experiences, build lasting relationships, and drive sustainable growth. Our composable SAP Customer Experience suite enables leading brands to understand and protect customer data, increase lifetime value with personalized journeys, close more business faster, drive consistently profitable commerce outcomes, and deliver automated and agent-assisted service. Learn how you can deliver extraordinary customer experiences. Visit sap.com/cx.